I got the squad with me. The squad then pulled up, then pulled back. I had to get through this Democratic National Convention. Everybody hooting and hollering around. Lil Jon prancing around. We got Gavin Newsom throwing all over the place. Everybody flipping and running around Chicago, running the mug, pushing my show back. Pushing the show of shows back. I couldn't get my fellas' takes, couldn't get my fellas' opinions, didn't know what the hell was going on, didn't know. We text, but it still ain't the same. It is, but it ain't, but it is, but it ain't. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm just happy that everything's back to normal, and we can start the show. DPJR, Chef Justin T in the building. We have a Bash at Berlin this weekend. We had an all-in this past weekend. I just found out that Dave & Buster's shows it for free, so I ain't got to shell out. You heard your boy. So check your local Dave & Buster's, because guess who don't got to pay that expensive-ass pay-per-view price for AEW events ever again? I swear to God, I thought there was going to be a trick or a cover or a minimum, but I walked up in there and I was like, it says you guys are showing the all in. Is that for real? And she was like, yeah, click. And it was on. I go, what? She goes, where you want it? I go, at the bar. And she's like, click. I go, she just put it on. So I ain't trying to come at your pockets, Tony, but this is your decision, not mine. So anybody out there that don't want to spring for $944,000 for that pay-per-view, check your local Dave & Buster's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, bruh. It was literally any TV. And they threw it on right where I was at the middle part of the bar. She put it on right in the middle TV. I was like, okay.
So I can watch AEW and Playtime Crisis?
And Playtime Crisis. Or play Mario Kart, which I like to do is my starting game when I walk into D&B. I like to play Mario Kart. Do I own Mario Kart at the crib? Yes, but something about that little picture, something about having the wheel in your hands. It's something about the GOAT that is Waluigi and my face merging with Waluigi, the GOAT of goats.
Wait,
you heard me?
Pause.
The GOAT of Mario Kart is Waluigi. You goddamn right.
Boy, I ain't got nothing to say.
What's up? Do you have a rebuttal?
I wouldn't say it's the GOAT, but everybody has their own taste.
Who's the GOAT of Mario Kart to you?
Bowser.
But listen, does Bowser hit you with that? Does Bowser hit you with that joint?
No,
when he throws the pieces up, he's like,
Hey man, shout out Mario Tennis because Waluigi was a beast in that.
You see, because he's lanky, bro. He's lanky.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, he gets the ball.
We getting in the warm up in there, of course, but shout out to the new Sonic 3 trailer, by the way. Oh my God.
So I heard boy is Keanu Reeves, and he's still doing Wick. He's still doing John Wick.
So listen, do we give him props for knowing what you do and sticking to what you know? Or should we say, come on, man, you got to change it up. You can't be Neo as Shadow. You know what I mean? Are we giving him props for just, being Baba Yaga at all costs?
I mean, I guess it's the same thing Dwayne Johnson does in every movie.
It's the same thing Schwarzenegger did. It's the same thing Van Damme did.
Vin Diesel.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Homeboy was the same character, whether he was boat, whether he was with
Steven Seagal ran to Russia. He ran to Russia to avoid prosecution. And I tell you right now, first, if you got to do a deep dive. My advice to anybody watching and my fellas here, you got to do a Steven Seagal deep dive. Steven Seagal thinks he's black, thinks he's Russian, thinks he's Asian. I'm telling you, it's the great. I was sending you videos. It's the greatest rabbit hole I've ever been on in my life. Like when he was down in the bayou. When I was down in the bayou, he starts trying to like he's from the bayou, like with the brothers. It's amazing. And then then you'll see an interview. He's like, "Well, my parents were Russian mongrels. I'm a descendant of Russian mongrels, and I actually jumped." Yo, you're gonna be like, "What the? Wait, what? Hold on now. This dude is from Michigan, man. Are you crazy?" And he goes, "It gets even wilder. Steven Seagal is actually Jewish, but he don't tell nobody he's Jewish, and he changed his name. It's Steven Seagal. It's a Jewish last name. He changed the way you.
Good.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He changed the way you pronounce his name, so people won't know that. Yo, isn't that is that not nasty work?
Yeah, that's nasty.
My man, he did a whole face turn and a heel turn within his own movie career.
Yeah, he really did.
Wow. Hey, I would start referring myself to as I'm a Frenchman, David Paris. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I mean?
Listen, y'all. Listen, welcome to the show. I appreciate everybody for joining us as per usual. Let's get this thing started. I have DPJR in the building, Chef in the building. And just real quick, fellas, before we get down to the nitty gritty, my man, listen, Sid Vicious, one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, passed away. He passed away too soon. Sid Vicious is what I affectionately like to call him. I believe there's been no greater fist bump in the history of wrestling than Sid Vicious. I grew up praying that I'd get a fist bump from Sid Vicious. I grew up praying that I'd give it to pound that dude when he come down the aisle. One of the most underrated theme songs of all time, by the way. One of the few people that say they can they've beaten Bret Hart for WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Stone Cold might have given him a little leg up, but that's neither here nor there. You know, that's neither here nor there. You got to get it how you live. But I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Sid and his impact on the game, being one of the first big men to really kind of show dominance back in the day, where a power bomb got you where you needed to go. You know what I mean? You didn't need 6 of them, didn't need 7 of them. It was a power bomb and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So shout out to the old school mentality. Shout out to the wrestler that was unconventional but found a way to thrive. And I just wanted to give my quick thoughts and go around the horn with the fellas and give some your thoughts on Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid.
Man, shout out Psycho Sid. I remember watching him as a child, and he was the first guy I remember doing a power bomb. You know, he was on the scene before Diesel, Kevin Nash before, or however you want to refer to him, before he hit the scene. And his music was really spellbinding. You know, if you're working out, all of a sudden you hear scary music, like, what the hell is this? But it's Psycho Sid, you know, it's pretty dope. And for him to main event with Hogan at a WrestleMania, well, we'll have a title match with Hogan at WrestleMania, and to beat Bret Hart for gold, he was a major player in the game for both companies, especially with WCW as well. So he did his thing, gone too soon. You know, hopefully we get to live past 60s into our 70s and 80s and, you know, all get to live a good life, man. He was a star. He was ahead of his time a tad, and he will be appreciated and remembered. So rest in peace. Sid.
Chef, what say you, brother?
I remember the matches, you know what I'm saying, with Bret, with Shawn, you know, it take you back
Undertaker.
take you back to those in your house pay-per-views. You know, I mean, he was one of the first dudes that scared me, man. He was like menacing, you know what I mean? He was one of the first like bad guys that I was like, I don't want to see that guy anywhere on the street. Like,
hell no.
There's no way that man is nice. Like,
Sid pull up on me, I'd have cried, bro.
Yeah, so he just as a heel and a villain, it was the eyes, right? Like the way he stared into the camera, it just, man,
it was menacing.
Oh, it was just shook you, right? So just he was really good at that, and I feel like as one of those big guys, he was there not only to oppose, you know, your Hogans and your Savages and your Warrior and Bret and Shawn. And you know, even the antis like Razor Ramon, but he did his part to definitely hold it down to take a L. And you know, he had his moments. There weren't many, but he definitely had his moments on WWF and WCW. So he was able to do both and go to and thrive. And when, you know, it wasn't the exposure that we have now, where a guy like that we would see weekly, right?
Yeah,
he would be I don't know, on a, I can't say Braun Strowman, but That's that path that he built, right?
He be feuding with like Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins and Drew Mack. He would though. They throw him up in there though. You can see him and Seth. You can see him and Seth having a program though. You can see him and Seth having a program though.
Yeah, he was that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like he could work the little guys and work the big guys, right?
Yeah. And like I said, this is before things were. It's an old school style of wrestling. The wrestlers trained a certain way and they formed a certain way, and then like I said, everything evolves and the wrestling style changed. But I do still think there's a place for that big man doesn't have to be as mobile and agile, that does power moves and is menacing and imposing, and like a la Kevin Nash. You know what I mean? Right. Kevin Nash is not gonna wow you with his athleticism, but he's a big dude, man. Big Daddy Cool's that dude, So shout out to Psycho Sid, shout out to Sid Vicious, shout out to one of my favorites growing up that I tend to forget as I get older, and just get bombarded by so much things, and it's unfortunate we talk about people when they pass, but I had to take the time out, because we took a little time off, because of certain things, and I'd be remiss if I didn't, give them the condolences as well to the Samoans being reunited as well. Up in that big cloud in the sky, you know what I mean? Unbelievable stuff going on, you know what I mean? And everyone's like, "Oh, death is a part of life." I mean, I gotta like it. Hey, they don't mean I gotta like
that part.
You know what I mean? We all know it's a part of life. But just to reflect and give some thoughts. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time and giving me some of your thoughts and your memories on Sid, because we like to bullshit around here, but every now and then we got to bring it down a couple notches. However, that leads me to the most egregious. I'm gonna put a ding 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 in the past thing, because I want to do a little moment of silence thing, because I don't want people to think I'm just transitioning like an asshole. But listen, that brings me to the most absurd.
Oh my God.
Outrageous.
The most outlandish.
I'm trying to find it, bro.
The most. I'm gonna listen. I've given this dude. If DPJR was Batman, and I gave this dude so much prep time. If this was Batman prep time that I gave him for being able to do this for Bo, that man would be able to take on Goku. That's how much prep time I gave DPJR to wind up and load up for this poppycock. I'm sitting here minding my own business, living ghetto fabulous.
Right. Don't even remember the context of how it happened.
Don't even remember the context. Listen, guys, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I don't even know how long it's been. This dude's had more prep time than Bruce Wayne going against Superman. We somehow get on like top Disney movies of all time. Oh no, I remember. I ain't that old yet. I remember. That's how we did it. Out of nowhere, like a Randy Orton RKO, this dude DPJR was like, hot take.
Oh my God.
Hot take. A Goofy movie is a top 5 Disney movie. I was like, oh hell no. Oh, wait a minute. That's how this started. Now, mind you, there was no context. No. Hot take. Goofy movie is a top 5 Disney movie. I said, top 5 and what? He's like, all time. Okay. And then all of a sudden he proceeds to rattle off his top 5. Now, do not get cute. Because I don't remember it, but I'll remember it if you say something you didn't say. Because if you say one thing you didn't say, I'll be like, you didn't say that.
I'm already at the list.
So give the people at home your top 5 Disney movies of I don't want to hear no shit.
In the moment.
First, let me give you a little bit of context. So,
I just gave the context.
No. On my end, you gave what you heard. Let me tell you.
That's what we both see.
So chat. So fan base. I was feeling real good. I just knocked out a fantasy draft like I'm about to do this Saturday. I'm gonna whoop Chef's ass. So then I'm like, all right. Then I'm with my boys, and then all of a sudden, Tevin Campbell starts playing, and we drinking and shit. And
don't blame Tevin.
He blaming Tevin Campbell. Oh, this is nasty. This is nasty work. This is nasty work.
You gonna let me talk?
Go ahead, man. Yo, damn. Yo, Tevin. For a minute.
I'm like, yo, hot take. A Goofy movie is a top 5.
Let me tell you your first mistake.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
No. Your first mistake was hitting send.
That was his first mistake.
That was my first mistake.
Because you see, yo,
That was
Chef,
my
you see
first
how we trying to do this thing like, I was with my boys. I go, then why the hell do we know about it? You just proceeded to send it our way.
Y'all are my brothers, and I was a fool and trusted when I pressed send. Number one. I forgot where I was. I forgot I was little bro talking to big bro.
He thought he was in the trust circle. He thought he was in the trust circle.
Where I messed up is I put Tarzan in there, and
You
that's
surely did.
where I messed up because I had Aladdin in there originally. I'm like, you know what? Because I also had y'all said no Pixar, so I took out that completely. So I have the readjusted.
He's doing it, Chef. This is what I said. No, you can't do the readjustment.
It was Toy Story 3. It was Toy Story 3.
And
it was Aladdin. It was
it was not. No, it was
Mulan. It was Mulan. It was Mulan. It was Mulan. It was Lion King. It was Tarzan. And
you did not put Lion King in your list, did you?
Yes, I did. On G.
So like it's a Lion King, Mulan, Toy Story 3, Tarzan, and a Goofy movie. That was your top 5.
And that's where I messed up when I put Tarzan. I'm like, Tarzan, what the fuck was I
And you brought up Phil Collins.
Hold on.
I love Phil Collins.
So do I.
That was one of the best scored movies in history. And I think it's a top 10 movie, more like 7 or 8. But my mistake was putting in the top 5. I ain't moving Goofy at no word.
The second mistake.
Absolutely not.
Second mistake, Evan Mack's response was the fact that you don't have Aladdin get you out of this combo. David Perry's response was, it's
Tell me.
6.
And I said 6 what? I said, is 6 the new 1?
Oh my God. And that was my mistake. That was the one.
Any sucker MC that does not have Aladdin as a top 5 Disney movie, I will come to your house and I will personally kick you in the face.
I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting on it.
Third mistake. This man
God.
said Oliver and Company is a sleeper as well.
It is
Bruh, Oliver. I was like, bruh.
But
you right, we was asleep when you said
Mary
it.
Poppins. Jesus.
Bro,
I'm
Mary
Poppins. No, I'm not.
You don't see, here goes the thing. This is what bothers me about your little funky ass list. You don't gotta be a fan. You ain't gotta be a fan to know the movie's
I said my favorite.
Hey, he was definitely feeling himself. Then he tried to clown me, talking about some a chalk list where he was like, all right, Mermaid, Lion King.
Hey man, Nightmare. Hey, and I do not like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas is not Disney. And that's another thing. I'm not giving Disney any credit for IP they bought. They bought Nightmare Before Christmas. They bought that. That's not theirs. Disney gets too much credit. They don't own Marvel. They don't own Star Wars. They bought those. You ain't getting no Pixar. If they left tomorrow, they'd still be Pixar. They'd still be Pixar. Damn it.
You know.
Whew, y'all ain't getting Jack Skellington y'all ain't never giving Disney that ever.
And halfway through the conversation, he gonna say, I just did a super flex draft. Okay.
I did. I was feeling myself.
But then you tried to fight off the fact that we said that you was tipsy.
I'm gonna stand again.
Yeah, that's the part you were like, I ain't what you mean? I ain't drunk. What you mean? I go, you are clearly faded.
I was, you know what? I made a mistake and I put Tarzan in there. That's the mistake I made. And I left Aladdin out. That's the only thing. Right-handed.
So where you put Aladdin? Where's Aladdin? Where's Aladdin at?
In all reality, I would put it in my 3.
That's fair.
3.
I'm fine.
I think my opinion, I like Lion King in number 1. I absolutely love Mulan.
Mulan is an amazing film.
That is number 2. I would put Aladdin number 3. I would put Fox and the Hound at number 4. And then me personally, I love a Goofy movie. So
you would put what at number 4?
Now you could have just
I love Fox and the Hound.
You could have
just wrong with Fox and the Hound? Now we don't like Fox and the Hound.
That's not no.
Shout out Kurt Russell.
All I'm saying is all you could have said is Goofy movie is one of my favorites.
That's all he had to say, Chef.
He had the nerve to say.
That's all he had to say.
I said my favorite.
But why did you? No. See, that's what you see. That's bullshit. You see, you change. See, I love you, brother, because you are my brother. Truly.
Hold on.
No. See, he's trying to do this thing like I said my favorite. No, you started. Your opening was hot take. A Goofy movie is a top 5 Disney movie. You didn't say my favorite.
Nope.
I readjusted.
Oh.
Just I don't even the best corner can't readjust when someone runs the perfect
I was
route.
wrong. What I tell you, I'm man enough to admit when
Listen,
I was wrong.
just because the NFL
I am
changed the
man
kickoff
enough to
rules
admit when
to
I'm
have
wrong.
better returns doesn't mean
Do we like that
you're allowed
kickoff? Do you
to
like the
change.
kickoff rule? Do we like that kickoff rule?
It's all right.
I really haven't been watching too much preseason. I haven't watched.
No, I don't watch
kickoff
preseason, but I just. But you watch the?
actually.
Do you watch the rule? Do you see? You know the rule I'm talking about, DP?
Yeah, it's like the
When they gotta wait for the kind of like they wait.
You gotta wait. I've seen it a couple times.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think what they should have did is they should have left the electronic chain out there instead of going back to archaic time and actually having the chain gang out there again. This kickoff, whatever, try to make it exciting. I guess
Somebody's gonna break one loose.
I think that Guardian cap that they're about to debut into a game, I think that's gonna have more effect on the health of the game rather than some silly kickoff that they're trying to do that ain't really gonna make it past this season if it does hit right. But that Guardian cap that they're starting to wear is gonna protect them from concussions and things like that. So that's the next logical step to protect the players. So this kickoff, we'll see.
Shout out to Lucci, shout out to Kim, shout out to the Reign of Wrestling. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Lucci, Lion King, Tarzan, Toy Story, Aladdin, and Mulan. Why is Tarzan getting all this love?
Man, I'm trying to tell you, it's a top 10 movie. Now you pooped on me and somebody else had an 8 top 5.
But Lucci got that in his top 5?
Lucci's a loser like DPJ in the past.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Okay. That shit still wasn't as bad as your CD tape, my boy.
Yeah, that's you know where I'm at with CD Lamb getting that bag.
Who got paid?
CD getting that bag.
He's still not. He's still not.
He's not. Oh yeah, he's still.
Lucci laughing. Lucci laughing like Lucci laughing out loud. Listen, hold on. You still hold on. Damn it, CD
He's
Lamb.
still owning it. At least I can admit when I was wrong.
I'm not coming off of it.
You gotta come off that,
own it, bro. Then why somebody just give him almost $40 million a year?
Almost $40 million a year.
That's what the market
140 for
dictates.
4. But if he wasn't Ryan Brandon, are you getting paid, brother?
Like I said, they say that. So we talked about it on the phone, fam. The market can dictate whatever, but you ain't got to pay nobody shit, bro. Nothing.
Did you really think Jerry Jones wasn't going to pay him, or did you not understand that they just was having a missed camp? As soon as camp was over, they gave him the bag.
Absolutely right.
No questions asked.
Absolutely right. That's old school shit, man. His agent was like, "Yo, bruh, they gonna pay you, man. Sit your ass down."
He got Goofy movie, and I don't think CD Lamb's that great. That's what it is.
All right.
Kim said they had to pay him. I go, yeah. I said, the thing about it is, Kim, baby, they didn't have to. They don't have to do anything. You don't got to do nothing. You could be like,
Wu-Tang tonight.
You could be like whatever. But I know what you mean by have to, but you don't have to do nothing. You could be like, you know what, we good. You can do that. You could do that. I just think a lot of media and everyone says you have to do certain things or you'll lose somebody. Oh well, whatever. Like respect to Chicago Bears. Seriously, respect. Like, yeah, we don't need Justin Fields. We be all right. Like, respect.
They didn't need Khalil Mack, right? They traded the farm for Khalil Mack.
Yeah, like real talk. Like I said, but I like when teams like, you know what, we good. I like when they do that, whether they burn it or not. But I don't like when everyone does things because the market says they should do things. Like, nah, you know what, we good. We good. we good. Like how everyone was like, get rid of Tua, and like they kept Tua. Now what? I don't know, man. Tua's throwing 6-yard flats, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here. Lucci goes, the Cowboys' second best receivers, Brandon Cook. CD was gonna get paid. Yeah.
That's what I said, guys. Who else are they gonna throw to?
No, you're right. Neil, you're right about that. I don't like the whole. I don't like the narrative that the market dictates. Market dictates a lot of things, man. But you can always be like, nah. Like you can always be like, nah. Like, you know how many times the market dictated something and Bill Belichick was like, nah. He was like, go ahead, test the market, bruh.
Randy Moss had a thought about asking him for some more money. He got rid of his ass.
You see what I'm saying, bruh? And that man, good Lord, don't get me started on Randy Moss. He was talking about hot take. I'm taking him over Jerry Rice. You heard it, goddamn it, over Jerry Rice.
I'm with you.
Thank you. Like, can we stop? Now. Can we stop, bro? For real,
don't look
man.
At me like that. Don't
no, yes.
Like
what the hell? What the fuck?
What the hell is wrong with you?
So like
Y'all ain't gonna besmirch the great name of Jerry Rice on this.
I just say Randy Moss is better. I just say Randy's better.
Like what?
And Megatron wasn't better.
I love Megatron. He's
Then
one of my
who?
favorite. He's one of my favorite players ever. So like, it's tough.
Then
for me.
either one of them.
better than who? Hell no.
I like
Yeah.
Calvin. Calvin is so cold. So
He ain't better.
cold.
He ain't
Julio.
better than
How about Julio?
Julio hurt right
Hell
now.
no.
Yeah, he's 89 years old, still trying to run routes out there, still running fly routes.
Yeah, yo, listen. Okay, listen. Y'all joined the Disney conversation. Y'all came in a little late. We just wanted to get at David real quick because he was on that. He was on that.
Trash.
He was on that
I
hen
was on
dog.
the though.
He said, "I don't drink." Okay, you was drinking something, bro.
Yeah, that wine caught up to you.
Wine will still get you there. It will, man. Wine will
I'm not
get you
drinking
there.
that much, but I ain't gonna lie to you. 2 or 3 glasses.
Listen, I'm glad everybody's here in the chat. The people that are here, the people that are joining us, no matter how many they are. I wanted to start a new segment, and it's in honor of a person. And I shout out to the person who helped me create this. I'm calling it Cap or No Cap. We all know what that is. You know, it's BS or no BS, because I was minding my business at work, living ghetto fabulous. Man, I was trying to hang out, relax, not do anything but just work. And then all of a sudden, someone come across the wire. Because I don't watch Impulsive. I don't give that man no clicks, no views. But something will come across my wire on Twitter. I ain't calling it X because that's stupid. It's Twitter. That's why you still put in Twitter and it still pops up. So
They don't call it an X, they call it a tweet. Damn it.
You damn Skippy. Listen. All right. Now, it's a very easy game to play. Cap or no cap. I told the guys to bring the cap. You can either present the cap, keep the cap on, take the cap off. If you believe it's cap, keep the cap on. If you think it's no cap, take the cap off. MGK said he was in the same proximity as Randall Orton. He was in his eyesight. He's not in a different country or a different dimension. He said he was within eye shot and ear shot and mouth shot. And he said to Randy Orton, fuck you. I asked DPJR, cap or no cap?
I got super glue on this bitch because ain't no way on God's green earth he said some shit like that to Randy.
Let's be
Top
real.
5, dead or alive. Orton. Hell nah. He from St. Louis. He ain't telling him fuck. What? Come on. MGK. You crazy mother man. Keeping this cap on. Super glue. Crazy style. Hell no. He ain't say no shit like that to Randy Orton. You seen what he said to Soldier Boy online? Man.
I don't even know why I'm even asking this question. Chef, did MGK say to Randy Orton's face, fuck you?
So, as a man who is from the state of Ohio like MGK and neighbors the city of Cleveland like MGK did, don't let him fool you. He's not. He say he from Cleveland, but he ain't. He's about as from the hood as I am, which is very little. So I get why he something's afoot, but I'm calling cap. Because ain't no way that man is 150 pounds soaking wet.
Thank you.
6'3".
Thank you.
All skin and bones, right? And he looked like he don't get fed at all.
Yep.
He need a good old plate with some cornbread and some collard greens on it, just to put some meat on it. Just a good piece of ham. All of that. Ain't no way that little man who
has tattooed armor on him now.
He's feeling. He clearly.
What are you talking about?
He probably had 3 or 4 people around him.
He definitely did.
He probably was like, "Oh, there go Randy. Hey, Randy,
what up, Randy?
Fuck you." Like, it's probably 15 people between them when he said that. And we don't get context. We don't get where they was at backstage, or was it leaving? Like, he could have been right next to his car and just rode off, and we don't know. So I'm calling cap because there's too many holes in that to figure out is that he said it directly to him.
3 hats firmly placed in this segment. Everybody in the chat, they throwing out cap emojis. We all know it's cap. Now, Kim's over here saying they're setting up something. Well, Kim, setting up what? Don't nobody want to watch them wrestle. Setting up what? Now, if this is a work, it's the dumbest work in WWE history because it don't make sense, because don't nobody want to see that. And let me tell you something, man, on a serious note, I know if it's not a work, he didn't say that to Randy. I am telling you, Randy is old school. He is built different. I am not trying to be funny. and David alluded to it, that whole St. Louis stuff, guys, he is old school, man. He would have, I am telling you, they would have had to pull, somebody up off this dude. I promise you.
They ain't read no stories about Randy Orton.
That's what I'm trying to say. See, DP, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't. Know what time it is. Boy, listen, he would have had to see him. I'm trying to tell you.
300 pounds now. I wouldn't, man. Not on earth. You know what he did? He put it on his phone and he typed it real small and then he said, "Fuck you," and he showed it to him. And then he said, and then Randy said, "What's on your phone?" He said, "Dude, I'm trying to give you my number." And then they ran away. That's what happened.
Nasty work.
Ooh, snap. Boy, you ain't saying nothing to that, boy. Listen.
He Twitter tough. That's what that is.
He Twitter tough, boy. Listen. Your boy Randy was like, "You get 5 million. St. Louis. Hey, well, boy, let me tell you."
That boy hopped on Twitter, put a Pinocchio nose out.
Yo, in real talk, if you watch that clip, even Logan Paul's goofy ass, he look at Mike like, he looks at him like,
man, as soon as that show's over, he called Randy Orton and apologized. He said, "Dude,
that was cap. It was cap, yo. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, man, with no problem.
You get it for clicks, bud."
Listen, we know you black, and we know you didn't black yourself up more than me right now, but you still ain't about that life, bro. You still ain't.
That boy took black skin to a whole nother level.
He was like, "Yo, Ray," he's like, "Robert Downey Jr., hold my beer." He's like, "Hold my beer, Robert Downey Jr." Listen, hold my beer, Kirk Lazarus.
Oh, man, that's nasty. Lord have mercy.
Listen,
that's dumpster nasty work.
Listen, Uncle Howdy had a match.
Oh my God.
Listen, man. I am so sick and tired of this shit. I am sick and tired of this man living off the mystique of his poorly departed brother.
But they had to try something, right? Like
no, I don't want to hear that bullshit, Chef, because this is my thing. You can't go on a serial murder spree a la Jason Voorhees and then have a damn near 20-minute match where you barely beat Chad Gable. I just wanted people to understand something here. The mystique is ruined. It's over. That's done. That's dead. You cannot have a damn near 20-minute match with the great Chad Gable with the lights on and have mystique. That's dead. How did he get there? How is it not dead, Chef? Try what? That was a damn near. I was a Chad Gable over here beating the brakes off his Uncle Howdy. That match. How is that match not a squash? How? That had to be a squash.
Evan, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm just saying maybe they were just trying. Like, you just trying stuff out and you see if something sticks. It's not sticking. It's not working. The vignette, like I said, I defended the beginning of it because it seemed like a cool concept.
It is a cool concept.
Until you gave me, like you said, Nightmare on Elm Street. And like, in the bar was too high. So everything after that was gonna be under that. So I mean, you know, if they're small children, I apologize, but it's almost like when you shoot your load a little bit too soon.
Oh, wait a
minute. And then it's just not. Oh, you got to regroup, but you didn't already.
Dark daddy. Dark daddy.
It's late. It's late.
This is a grown folks show. I don't make this show for kids, man.
It definitely is. I'm just saying, like, their best shot was the beginning. You know what I mean? So after that, it's they got nothing left, and you just going through the motions, as they say, my man. That's what it was. That's what it is.
But this is my issue before I kick it to DP. Everything you were saying was correct. My whole thing is, what was the rush to putting him in the ring? Why not just be that mystique in that group that just terrorizes all of WWE? All of SmackDown, all of Raw, all of NXT. Why the rush to get him in the ring? Why not just make him an entity? Why not make him a person that's just terrorized the groups and impacts and influences certain matches? That's how I know the writers don't really think the broader scope. Why can't Uncle Howdy be a master puppet of like the entire WWE and use him in your writing to calculate how he shifts the balance of certain matches in certain events? See, but they've already ruined that. Like, that's what he should have been before he even enters the ring. Yo, what the hell? Who's influencing these matches? And it's Uncle Howdy, it's Sister Abigail, it's Bliss when she comes back. They're influencing all these things, they're doing all this stuff. And like, yo, we have to then collectively, as a group, we have to take down Uncle Howdy. I mean, as an industry, we got to take this dude down. Why not that? Y'all already fucked that up, so I ain't no take this dope ass idea now. That's done. That's all done. So now he's just a wrestler, DP, is he not?
I don't see anything else. And to pile on just a tad, hold on a second.
Who the hell calling you, man?
My TV went off. Hold on 1 second. It went off.
Man, what in the hell's going on in that house, man?
This is amazing.
This is the greatest. This is the greatest.
I appreciate all the authenticity that David Perry Jr. brings to the podcast.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't like that. I don't want it buttoned up, but I ain't cutting this out. I don't know what the hell just happened. I picture you. I picture like, why do I picture like, you ever see Bebe's Kids before?
Chat, I apologize. Look, you having a meltdown. Your TV was supposed to be off. That thing went on for some reason. Don't know what happened.
Is Uncle Howdy in that house?
I think so. I was about to talk that shit on Uncle Howdy. He turned my TV on. But at the end of the day, he's just a wrestler. You blew your wad, like Chef said, when you began and you started off with a murder scene. How do you start off a story with a fucking murder scene? How do you build on that? There's nothing. I ain't The Rock, but I mean nothing that you can do that can build a climax to something after that. Everything else is downhill. And then you try to do storytelling and it's starting to work. People are starting to get invested into these characters. And then you're going to fuck it up and have a match. That means absolutely nothing. And the only thing that's separating this group from Retribution is a guy named Uncle Howdy.
Oh, big facts.
That's it. To pile on just a smidge more, you have this individual. People are calling it a tribute to Bray Wyatt, but other people would say you're trying to maybe make a buck off your brother's memory. Ooh. Maybe the WWE is trying to do something to get a couple dollars off of Bray Wyatt's memory. I'm not saying that, but that's rumors that are going around.
It has been said. It has been said.
You're mimicking, and then you're doing things for Brody Lee. You're doing things for Bray Wyatt. Why aren't you original? Have your own thought. Ooh. Be creative. Be unique. Be something that is similar but completely different from Bray Wyatt. Why do we have to be called the Wyatt Six? Why can't we do something that is similar but different and you make it your own? They're not doing that. All they're trying to do is reinvent Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, in the Firefly House gang. And it ain't working. It's not working. So y'all going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. Because at the end of the day, you have people now in the main event, and you're showing us that you don't give a fuck about the main event because you're putting Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable in a meaningless match.
Who you have proven that you don't trust like that. You stop. Don't try to make Chad Gable in the main event like you've given him this brass ring. Like, stop playing, man. That had to be somebody like Seth Rollins. The way y'all acting like he been punking Chad for months. Like that's my thing. Go back to what Chef said. That's my only issue. But Evan, he just got there. Nah, hey, listen, ain't nobody got all time for this bullshit. Seriously, can Alexa Bliss come in there and save anything? You think Alexa Bliss can shake things up? Or does Bliss come back? Am I tripping? Or does Bliss not come back with that group? Am I tripping? Am I overthinking it? Does she just come back as just regular Alexa Bliss?
I wouldn't bring her back because they've already kind of alluded to Bray Wyatt being the sixth member of the Wyatt Six. So why would you bring in Alexa and then who's really the star? You're trying to make
she is a star.
Dallas star. And then you're gonna deflect that and then put all that attention on her. Then you got Nikki Cross. You're gonna make her even more irrelevant when you bring.
Oh, that's a strong point.
It would just what is it, Chef? Bowl of shit stew. That's what it would be. They threw Alexa Bliss out there.
listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. As long as the Lord puts breath in my lungs, I'll hang in there and see what they do. You can't always lean on and say everything is long-term storybook, and sometimes you don't know what you're doing. You know, and that's okay as well. But don't act like everything is long-term and everyone has to be patient. Like they try to be like LA Knight, this was their plan all along. No, it wasn't. You thought this dude was going to be some guy that wasn't that good, and he caught steam, and you had to try to figure out how to give him a title. Don't act like this was always your plan, because it wasn't. That's not how y'all roll. This Wyatt thing is, it's okay to admit you don't know what you're doing with him. It's okay. They don't know what they're doing. For example, every time the crew comes out, which breaks my heart, they are just as irrelevant as they were before they got let go. They are. Like, you're like, Dexter Loomis. I go, man, Dexter Loomis was doing better before he was in the group. At least he was Dexter Loomis doing stuff. Like Eric Rowan.
He was getting a new aim.
Yeah, Eric Rowan was good, but like, listen, I don't know, man. It seems like the only faction y'all care about is the bloodline. And that's not even y'all. It's like it's not even a lot of y'all's ideas. It's okay to admit you don't know what you're doing, because I said it before and I'll say it again. We're not kids anymore. There are kids out there, but but a lot of people that pay for the money to bring their kids to these events aren't kids. Supernatural is very hard to pull off. It is. It's so hard because you have to figure out what you're doing and what supernatural we're doing here. If he's going to be supernatural, fellas, he has to be supernatural. His second them lights went on, he was in the ring taking bumps. It ruins the mystique, man. It does. What about The Undertaker? You can't bring me goated people. Stop. If your answer to my argument is goated people, then I know I've won the argument, because go back and watch original Undertaker. He would murder people. His first real competition was Jake the Snake?
He brought out body bags.
But come on,
put people in a body bag, zip that shit up, and take them to the back.
Don't give me. If I hear one more, somebody, what about Undertaker? Undertaker he's the Jesus of supernatural in that industry. Like supernatural is so hard to pull off. Mankind wasn't supernatural. He was like unhinged. It worked so well. People backstage.
Didn't buy Papa Congo.
Oh,
they did.
He got more over doing the whole train. He got more over.
You cannot compare anybody to the
anybody.
Undertaker.
You know what they call that? They call that, bro. And Kane is a byproduct of the Undertaker. He's a byproduct of Taker. He's
like the closest thing to something supernatural that they had that worked was Swamp Bray. That was the closest thing. And then when they started to do that whole thing with Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan, that's when they messed up. And The Fiend was cool. But even still, the reason that worked for as long as it did is because the Firefly Funhouse was for like 4 months. It was a long time. And even still, he did after that, they had the thing with Finn Balor. He did that, and he came out with his head. It was dope. But after that, it was washed up because he gave him the title. They screwed it up, and they're gonna do that again. But here's the thing: they ain't never putting any title on anybody in that faction.
Not one. Never. It will never happen. It will never happen. Nope. It'll never happen. I'm calling it right now. That's why I love this. This is why I love this podcast. Ain't nobody backtracking. I'm saying never.
Never.
Nope.
It won't work. Nobody will buy it. Nope. Nobody will buy it.
Unless you create a supernatural title.
Which if that's the case, if you create a supernatural title, it's going to the boogeyman.
Yeah, because he's goated. You was about goated. Mm-hmm. But this is what I try to say. Listen, it's not a knock. I just say supernatural is hard to do with wrestling. It's hard. It's hard to do because unless you do what I say, like the terrorizer thing, they're terrorizing. They're putting their hand. They're doing like they're being a whisperer. They're being an influencer to different people in the industry that's there, and they're changing characters or they're building the faction, like building it up. You know, like when a zombie bites you and you become part of the crew. Like what if they started assimilating all kinds of wrestlers that were not getting used that well? and they started building this Wyatt foundation to the point where they started dominating, and to the point where he closes in on a title, and then they present the title to him. Like, that's how you build Supernatural, but they ain't doing that. I promise you that. What I'm just saying they're not gonna do. But you guys are trying to act like this is horror. That's what horror is. That's what it is. That's what they would do in a horror movie or a supernatural movie. He doesn't have to take, Uncle Howdy don't gotta take no bumps for a year or 2 years or 3 years.
No.
He ain't gotta get in the ring. He only
got his ass whooped though. And why are they even baby faces? Come on, guys.
Baby faces?
This makes no sense. They're supposed to be destroying everything.
Everything.
It doesn't work if you're good guys.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm here for it. I just wanted to give my thoughts, and I'm glad you guys gave yours. We'll see. Listen, this is what I really want to get your thoughts on, guys, for real. I came across the wire, Rikishi, who was I didn't know he was so opinionated. I don't know why I didn't know that. I didn't know Rikishi was so outspoken. So I was so anytime I mention somebody else's pod that does wrestling, I got to put them over. Off the Top pod? Shout out to y'all for getting this quote. When Rikishi was talking about WWE's handling of Jey Uso, Rikishi states, "We already know how good he is, and as such, very eloquent, WWE ain't the only spot, and that he could probably go to AEW if he wanted to write his own ticket, maybe more than he's making with WWE." Chef, what say you to that?
I think he has the right to say how he feels and give his opinions as much as we do. I don't know if Jey Uso works outside of WWE. I'm scared to think what it would look like if he went away from what works, which is being near his family and using the lineage of their background. And so, I honestly don't think it would be any different than when Ed showed up, and it's a nice pop. But in the end, I think he's more essential to what they have with WWE than he could be anywhere else, even if that means he would be the star or someone, highly touted and put up in the top tier of your organization, whether it's, TNA or GCW or, any of these other indies or high end indies shows. So it's a good thought, but in the end, it wouldn't really have a whole lot of substance. The people who really rock with him would still follow him, right? But I think the combination of what he has there is what's best for his career right now. And I don't think a change of scenery would help him get to that next level of being a world champion for anybody's brand right now.
Chef, if I was running for office, you would be my campaign manager because ain't nobody spinning. You the greatest spinner since DJ Clue, since Funk Master Flex. That is a DJ premier spin if I ever heard it. Rikishi, I don't give a damn. Of course he's entitled to his opinion. That's his damn son. This is America. He's entitled to his opinion. You are grossly over-exaggerating the level of star power that your son has. Are you smoking crack?
Oh my God.
Am I watching the prequel or the sequel to Breaking Bad? Is there meth being dealt on that podcast? What? Test the market, of course. Lord Jesus, I told you, I pray to God every day. I pray to God every day I meet Tony Khan. I'm not joking. And I don't mean this. I mean this for real. I bet he is. I would kill to work for Tony Khan. So of course he could go somewhere else. Of course he could go somewhere else. But to Chef's point, have y'all ever seen a Where's Waldo drawing before? Have you ever seen one? Yeah, okay. Well, if you have, and that's how many people are on AEW's roster. And it be listen, and the only way you would be able to see that very talented Samoan is if he put on a striped shirt. Are you serious? Are you out of your fucking mind? As a singles competitor? I'm dead. DP, go ahead. Go ahead.
I appreciate you highlighting the fact that I so eloquently tried to sell you on the value.
DJ Clue.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact that I can parlay the fact that I can sell food and sell you on a mid-card superstar at the same time.
That was great. Listen, yo, Ralph said, Evan, chill before Keish put his cheeks in your face. Listen, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about it, but I gotta go in. And but Evan, that's his son. We supposed to. My daddy be like, yo, that's the difference when your daddy and my daddy. My daddy be like, yo, Evan, I love you. Stay your ass in WWE. See, that's the difference. He be like, stay your ass in WWE. But continue, DPJ. My dad don't gas me up for the sake of gassing me up. Go ahead.
Let me try to be the middleman here.
Try.
I'm trying to spin this as well, but not in the way Chef did. So, Mr. Fatu, I would like to ask you one simple question. If he can't get over in the WWE to be a world champion, to be a number one star, how on earth is he going to be able to transition to AEW when they just got a superstar in Ricochet and he's out there defending himself against WWE fans? Everybody ain't gonna follow you everywhere.
Hey yo, Trevor.
WWE.
Hey yo, Trevor. Stop responding to everybody on Twitter, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Man,
go ahead,
man.
DJ. What the hell are you doing, man?
And
go watch some anime or some shit.
Him going to AEW would be about as loud as a tree falling in the forest and nobody's around. Nobody would give a damn. Nobody would care. And that's not to say he's not talented.
We all like Ooch. We all like him. We don't gotta qualify. We all like him.
I'm not sure you do.
It isn't gonna work because there's not one Samoan wrestler who got over in AEW. Who? There is none. There's a reason why they're not going there. They're staying in the WWE because the money train that is Joe Anoa'i, aka Roro,
the gravitational pull, the slow bop Olympic champion.
He is the son of professional wrestling, and he
just call Roman Reigns ego.
I like yo. Listen. Hey. He's Galactus.
Hey, my boy even has the Rock in his gravitational pull. That's the type
Joseph
of
Anoa'i, he is, bro. That boy. He is what they call the solar system. We are in part of his universe.
I would love to believe that Jey would succeed in AEW, but the issue at the end of the day wouldn't be him. It would be the guy with the pen in his hand, and he wouldn't believe that he's world championship material because the E didn't believe he was world championship material.
They had like 3 opportunities too.
And if the E doesn't believe you're world championship material, then damn sure AEW ain't gonna put the title on you because look at their world champions. Aside from Swerve Strickland, they all have been world champions in the WWE if they came from the WWE. So you had better win a world championship if you think you're gonna get to the top of the card over there, and still you wouldn't. Sorry, it just is what it is. It's a different company. He doesn't even have the move set to get over in that place.
That's the bigger issue. All jokes aside, I'm trying to be funny here because sometimes when I hear some of the stuff or read some of the
stuff,
that
shit is hilarious.
I'm like, come on, man, stop playing with me. Seriously, man, stop playing with me. For real. Stop playing.
CRACK.
Seriously.
Stop. Fine.
Get off that crack.
Underline, italic.
For real. Like, no, seriously. Like, it's about the move set. And you it's just like, I'm not sure you do. I do, man. What the hell is not to like? Yeah, but I liked them before it was fashionable. Way before it was fashionable. I said they were the greatest tag team years before people said it. They were like, what are you talking about? People used to dog me when I said that. I said that right before they had that match against the New Day. Right before I go, this is probably the best tag team of all time. To me. Because they started stringing together a lot of great matches. And I'm like, all right, I'm all set. You could take the Dudleys. You could take the Hardys. I'm not going to argue. I don't argue tag teams with anybody. I'll argue wrestlers. I'll never argue tag teams. I'm like, whoever you like, I'm like, I'm cool with it. But for me, for my money, the Usos. You know what I mean? That's just how they are. They both can talk. They've been tag teaming since they came out the womb. I like their style. I like their swag. I like how they were my culture, even though it ain't theirs.
I was in when they were doing the Uso penitentiary gimmick.
Yeah, bro. Them boys is cold, bro. Seriously.
It's not paranoia.
It's the Us. Yeah, like seriously, no, like I like when they came out doing the haka. I'm all good, brother. Listen. I'm all that. So this ain't hindsight. So when I say I like them, I just say let's be careful here. That's your kid. You smelling him a little too much, bro. You gotta understand something here, man. He goes to AEW, he'll get lost in the shuffle because they don't really know what direction they want to go in. They don't, and it's not about AEW fans versus WWE fans. It's just storytelling and real. It's like writing. It's just for real, guys. Like, what the fuck we talking about? Seriously. Every single promo in AEW is how someone's better than someone else. That's not storytelling. There has to be more motivation than that. So that's all they have right now because they don't care about storylines. But the DP's point, if it's all we're talking about is money, then I'll stop talking. If that's everyone's rebuttal every time I go, should he have done that? Should she have done that? You got the bag, yo. I go, then what are we talking about then? What are we talking about? Because if it's just about the money, then I'll stop talking, and that's fine. If it's about more than that, then I'll continue to talk. But if it literally is just about how much money you can get from a poor owner who just wants to have a good product because he loves wrestling, a la Tony Khan, and it's about how much money you can bleed from the poor man.
Oh my God.
Then okay. Okay, but I just don't want you guys to come crying if you bleed him dry and then you don't leave enough money for the rest of the people on the come up. Because that's what people don't think about when it comes to the bag. As long as they good, it's good. As long as you good, damn everybody coming back behind you, damn everybody trying to follow in your footsteps. As long as you got the bag, you good. I don't subscribe to that. That's bullshit. I think you need to leave things better than when you come. That's my thing. So if everyone always wants to talk to me about someone getting paid all the time, what about that person behind you, your contemporary? What about that person that's an aspiring person? And you're taking all this money and fucking up the company, and then there ain't gonna be no alternative to go to, and then I'm gonna come back on this shit and be like, what'd I tell you? But they got the bag, yo. They good. What about those dudes behind them? What about them girls behind them? They don't got nothing. But you good though. But you good. I love people that always talk about how good they are. How good are the people next to you? How good are your homies? How good are the people that need something too? But you're good. I got a lot of people like that I used to talk to. I don't talk to them anymore because they weren't content with bringing people along for the ride. They were content with as long as they good. And if that's all it's about, then that's all it's about. That's all it's about. That's all it's about, fam. But when I'm talking about like wrestlers making moves and like MJF going to WWE, it wasn't because of money. It was because of the icons he's going to miss out on. You know what I mean? Like, Us leaving to go to AEW, he's going to miss out on the greatest finale of all time. The final boss finale. That's the greatest story arc of the last 20 years. He ain't gonna put it like this. Daddy, this is what this is about. Daddy, stop talking, man. Just stop talking. I know he already probably told him, yo, Dad, please stop that. Please.
Just take a breath.
Please stop. Please. I'm getting pushed. Please don't mess with my push. Please. Daddy, please.
Yeah, he gotta beat Braun Breaker.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Well, we know Jesus Christ himself can't beat Braun Breaker, so
they keep going on the same, putting him on the same path that they're putting on. I wouldn't blame someone for considering the leave. Just saying.
Oh, listen. His logic is sound. Like I told you, the money would be there. I just worry what happens to him. That's all.
That part. That's the main part.
Because you and I, come on, man.
somebody get the bag and how they rolled out the red
Okay.
carpet for that
Okay.
individual.
But like I told you,
And
all you have to do is tell
extremely
me.
talented individual.
If that's, I told you, I'm fine. If everyone's argument is they're getting the bag, that's fine with me. But one thing I love about real sports, and I love wrestling, but wrestling is not real sports. It's very competitive, but it's not real sports. What I love about real sports is if someone gets the bag in real sports, they're like, he ain't getting no championships though. That's what I love about real sports. It's because they still hold you accountable. They were like, he got rich, yo. They be like, but where he go though? He ran. What did they say? What would they say? Yo, he ran from the pressure, yo. Yo, he ran. He got the bag. But he ran. That's what I love about sports, man. For real. Yo, he got paid, yo, but he ran. I'm like, yeah, the real deal. They'll call you to the carpet for it. But when it comes to wrestling, for some reason, I can't do the same thing. I don't know about that. I'm all about people getting their money, but if that's all we're talking about, then there's nothing else to talk about. If we're talking about something more than that, then we can have a conversation. But because I told you I can't argue with that. I can't argue with somebody getting paid, especially when other people count in other people's pockets. I'm not talking about other people's money. It ain't my money. So that's why I talk about other shit. Yo, he got rich. Yo, well, that good for him. Shit. Who he wrestling? Stay your ass in WWE, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Just stay your ass in WWE, man. Please. I've never seen that. I've never seen a more meteoric rise in my life than that, dude. I've never seen that coming in a million years. You kidding me? Jey Uso at the top like that? I ain't never had that. I ain't never seen that. Ever. I seen him as a great, all-time great tag team person, 10-time tag team champion or something like that, going into the Hall of Fame, being next to Roman Reigns at the Hall of Fame. I ain't seen this dude selling more merch than most wrestlers in the industry. You think I saw that? I didn't see that. So what I'm trying to say is that's not so bad. That's not that bad, man. That's not so bad.
No, him and LA Knight selling the most merch, right? Crazy.
It's crazy. Like seriously.
Eventually.
Like fam, I didn't see that. I didn't see that on my bingo card. And people can pretend like they did, but I did not as a solo star.
If he can stay healthy for the next 5 years and continue to move main event, move that merch, and continue to get over, he'll have a world championship. It might not be a WWE championship, but he'll have a world championship.
Oh, Jey should have been IC champ. He should have been Intercontinental.
Yeah, but I think they'll put the world title on him one time just to solidify his
Who's
status.
he beat?
Because the dude, well, I said give him 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's just the world title. It doesn't matter. Money in the Bank can do a lot of things. Damian Priest just won a title. King of the Ring, Royal Rumble. There's multiple Elimination Chamber. There's multiple ways you can get him on the rocket and actually pull the trigger.
Big facts.
Remember, he had the first pinfall over Roman Reigns. Wasn't Cody Rhodes. It was Jey Uso. He's got that feather in his
splash off the top. Yeah. Okay. This is what I call a healthy conversation. Yo, Rikishi, man, stop messing with your son's money, man.
We know you love your baby boy. Sometimes you gotta let him be a man, though.
Ooh.
And listen to DPJ. Sometimes you just need to ease up before you say something you might regret.
Trust me, I know.
Sometimes you need to ease up on that wine before you say Tarzan's top 5 Disney movies.
Yeah.
Hey,
bro, adrenaline, bro. Hey, hell of a scored movie.
Yo, what's that? Yo, Chef, you got a recipe, man. I'm about to get up out of here, but I need to get y'all shit real quick.
Man. So sometimes when the unexpected and sometimes the expected happens and you assume everything, like Ricochet, for instance, we all assumed he was going to go to AEW.
Yep.
I think the best thing for them and for him is honestly just to take it easy. Sometimes a good meal, you don't have to work too hard to get a good meal. Sometimes you need to just rely on what you know and cook some things that you know how to cook. You don't need to be on YouTube trying to follow tutorials and things of that nature. If you're Ricochet and if you're Tony Khan, play the hits, my boy. Go through that recipe book, see what worked for Ricochet in the past. You got plenty of talent over there that he's already touched, and you can, as I said, play the hits You know, everybody likes lasagna. You can't really fuck it up. If you put Ricochet out there with a lot of these guys who are great in the ring and great talent and that he's wrestled with before, it's a great recipe to get more excitement and to
Right.
continue his meteoric rise. And so it's not a fall off that we all continue to say. So my quick recipe is just give me Ricochet Osprey. It don't even have to be for the title.
Nope.
He could lose his title to somebody else.
Yep.
Give me Ricochet and Swerve. Give me Ricochet and MJF.
Yep.
Give me Ricochet and Hangman. Give me Ricochet and insert, flippy dippy shit dude here, right? So it will continue to like throw good matches out because they do good matches, right?
They do,
but they don't have good stories. But if you throw old storyline, if you throw old kayfabe into what Ricochet did before, into what Ricochet's doing now, it's so easy. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. I open my cabinet. I got all the right ingredients right there. You just got to get it right and know when to add what so that all the flavor comes together and you don't overpower the dish. Tony Khan has a problem with his with his ingredients and following a recipe. So I'm trying to help Tony Khan for once and give him a good recipe to use Ricochet.
Pretty Ricky is what they call him. Listen, listen, what wrestlers put themselves through historically, what they put themselves through currently, the places they go, the travel dates they do, the grind. What Ricochet has worked so many nights, so many days, taking so many bumps, puts his body on the line, night in and night out. I have no problem with a man that has done what he's done and come from what he's come from and where he started from to get money at a different company. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. WWE is not the only show in town. It's not the only place to be. I personally would not want to be a wrestler at WWE. There's too much wrestlers have to do and what to go through and who to talk to, who not to piss off, there's just so many things. So I'm telling you guys this from what I really do know, not what I think. A lot of these wrestlers, they're all friends, guys. They're all friends. They talk. They talk often to each other at different promotions because they're just human beings. They just work at different places. It's like someone working at Yahoo, someone's working at Google. Why wouldn't they talk? You know what I mean? Like they're still friends. What I'm trying to say is, Ricochet he's going to a different place that he probably got really good money to go to. And with all due respect, I don't think he's going to be jobbing out like he was doing in WWE. Like that has to take its toll on somebody that's as talented as Trevor. It has to take its toll. Now, I don't care. Maybe he had a great experience. Maybe he left on great terms. I'm not speaking for the brother. I didn't even talk to him when it comes to this. It's just like, I don't want it to not work out at AEW. If he wants to go somewhere, get a nice little bag, have all-time great classic matches. I don't know what he wants. I'm not Samantha Irvin. You know what I mean? If he was like, yo, I want to have good matches. All the people that that Chef lined up, what if he lined them up to Boo Thang and was like, listen, I want to have banger with Will. I want to have classics. I want to be the one to retire Daniel Bryan Danielson. I want to fight Swerve. I want to fight MJF. I want to have a program with the great Kenny Omega if he returns. I want to pull up on Okada, like, and get paid handsomely for doing it. I got the days off that I wanted. I get the travel that I wanted. If that's what he wants, more power to him. Kidding me? My hat's off to him. I'm pulling for the brother. But what I don't want to happen is see Pretty Ricky going back and forth on Twitter with all these sucker MCs that are trying to get under your skin. Anytime somebody does that, Pretty Ricky, you need to shut down your laptop or whatever gaming system that you might have. You might have a nice little gaming setup. I picture you having a nice old 3-screen, John. You need to shut it down, put it on sleep mode, and take your ass. You can even flip your ass down on the couch and watch your favorite anime, My favorite of all time is Samurai Champloo. Throw that on. Turn it on. Watch Mugen and Fu and Jin whip somebody's ass. Calm down. Don't worry about these sucker MCs on Twitter. They just mad, Ricochet. They mad. They couldn't book you nowhere. They couldn't book the match that you should be in, but they just mad you went to a competitor. They don't hold no stock. They ain't on the board of directors, but they mad you went to AEW. You know what I'm happy about? That I still got 2 eyes that the Lord's given me, and I can still watch you wrestle. And guess what? I ain't even going to just watch the highlights, homie. I'm going to watch the whole match. I'm going to watch you on Dynamite. I'm going to watch you on Rampage. I'm going to watch you on, what you got? I'm going to watch you on what? Nitroglycerin, whatever shows they come up with. I'm gonna watch it, brother. I'm a fan.
It's the nitrous oxide.
Nitrous oxide, NOS. I'm gonna watch you with all that. Shout out to Pretty Ricky, Daddy Pretty Ricky, what they call him. Shout out to Martin Lawrence. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's one of my favorite episodes of all time. DP, what say you, bro?
And first and foremost, that was a hell of a recipe, Chef. Hey,
always is.
Pretty Ricky, you the man. I'll be watching your ass. No, not your ass, but I'll be watching your ass.
We know what you mean. Damn, man.
You know what I'm saying.
Not everything is, you know what I mean? Damn.
Hold on.
We know you married.
And I think that this next chapter in your wrestling career will be your best chapter. And I'm excited to see you unleashed because it's a good thing that the WWE kept you on in bubble wrap for a few years because now you can go wild for a little bit. Just be careful because they'll let you go crazy. Those ropes are a little bit different. Cables and ropes is a little bit different.
Little different.
Careful. You just gotta be careful. Second thing, man, happy birthday to my mom. She turned 58 today. You know what I mean?
Why the hell you ain't open with that?
Appreciate you.
Oh,
you know, I just wanted to go.
test tube, baby.
Give my thought. I wanted to give my thought on Chef.
Do that at the top.
To open the door to the night at the opera. Shout out Laurie Fritz. Love you to death. It's her 58th birthday today.
Shout out, Mom.
I really was thoroughly impressed with Toni Storm and Mariah May and AEW as a whole for that story that they told. And I'm bringing y'all to the night of the opera. And I want to say a star was born, and her name is Mariah. And she shines so beautifully in that press conference and how she was built over these last, I would say, 4 months. And then the turn about 6 weeks ago on Toni Storm. Oh, my God. This is what happens when you decide to tell a good story and we can actually see talent to develop into something spectacular. Shout out Toni Storm, the best women's wrestler in the world today. She put on a clinic on how you can create a character, own it, and be the best. Be an actual world champion and say, hey, Mercedes, you hold off. You're not getting my title because I'm that gal. Don't even mess with me. Shout out Toni Storm. And for her to put over Mariah May in her home country, it was beautiful. So I want to commend AEW for doing that. I want to commend them for putting on a hell of a show, although that isn't really the problem. The pay-per-view is the problem. Let's see if we can develop another story like we developed with Mariah and Toni, because y'all did a hell of a job. And I was thoroughly impressed with that. And you guys built it to a climax, and the right person went over. Congratulations. Do more of it.
Well said. And for people out there that always wonder why people, like, there's a percentage of us out here that talk about storyline all the time. Probably gets annoying when people talk about storyline, but it's just because storyline is what makes you care about a character. It's not like an opinion, guys. Like that's how you build. You know what I mean? Like, so without a storyline, what you're doing is just a series of events without a motive. So whether you love somebody or hate somebody, every story that you've ever seen, every story that you've ever read, you either care about the person or not care about the person based on the series of events that led to something. If you do a series of events that lead to nothing, then you're not doing a story. So for people out there, like David keeps saying story, there's a reason why his night at the opera was about Toni Storm and Mariah May, because that's the best story that AEW has told since Dusty and Cody. And it ain't even close. I don't want to hear nothing about MJF and CM Punk. It was okay. It was okay. But that story that they built, Dusty, the two brothers built, it took to me all the way into Mariah May and Tony Storm because it was built. It was slow burning. It was vignette after vignette. It was promo after promo. It was backstage after backstage. It was stuff on the outside of the ring. It was stuff on the inside of the ring. And it built and it built and it built. And I'm telling you, it was worthy to main event. It was worthy to main event. It was worthy to go right before the main event. For sure. For sure. And I don't think anybody would have batted an eye. I'm fine with DB and with Bryan Danielson and Swerve main eventing, but it could have main evented. But that's the importance of storyline. You when you care and you put stock and you put time in something like that, and you and it's not always about who's better. It's about betrayal. See, that was what the story was about. It was about love and betrayal. You see what I'm saying? It's classic stuff, but it always still works. That's why they still make movies about love and betrayal. These are tropes that have worked for centuries, guys. They've been telling stories for centuries. Don't shy away from a person that's saying we want more story. Don't say we do have stories. No, you don't. You have a series of events. You have a series of events. Series of events with purpose and with motive. That's a story. And I'm telling you right now, when you do that, when you string that together and you make that compelling, it's really great to see. It's really, really great to see.
Ain't it great?
It
Shout
is.
out to Jay.
It is, man. JEFF, JELLET. We had a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I'm tired, man. We'll do. I don't know. We'll do predictions or something. I ain't trying to take y'all too much time. What the hell time is it right now? It's 1:22.
David Paris' fault. He got that Disney bullshit.
Yeah, because he had a whole PowerPoint presentation. No, yeah, he did. Because this was supposed to be me just going like, this is what you said. And he was like, nah, let me give you the content.
Oh, no.
Let me bring it back.
About how bad the list was. You know, y'all went on for like an hour talking about how bad, what I should have did, or this is what I did, or these are the 15,000 different ways that I messed up in pressing send from Chef. So I'm just saying, don't put that shit on me, Chef.
Yo, listen, real quick. Who's like put like this? Like Cody retaining, what Gunther's retaining.
I mean,
what's it called?
Hot take. WWE can't come up with a good name for anybody. The Terror Twins. What the fuck?
Hold on. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a rant. I definitely got a rant about.
You got listen. If you got it, you go ahead.
Okay. Fire Fusion.
Okay.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
Shoot them bitches. I don't know.
How long did it take them? How long did it take them to come up with a team name for the tag champs, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn? All of a sudden, I looked up when I looked at the chat at the
who the fuck is this?
I was like, what are they called? The Unholy Union? I was like, come on. Boo. Oh yeah, you talking about the three MMA girls and they're called the Fusion Fire.
Pure Fire Fusion Collect. Well, what is going on? Bro, are we really gonna call Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest the fucking Terror Twins? Come on, y'all.
They still don't have a tag team for Jay Cargill about to win the tag titles on Saturday, and they don't have a name either.
The Power Buff Girls.
At least they about to pull them apart. You know how they put them together. At least they about to pull them apart with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. At least they can do something without, putting somebody with somebody. At least he can pull them apart.
It'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. So y'all ain't rocking with the Terror Twins.
No.
Absolutely. Like, it's like, who's coming up with these names in that company? My God.
What's Chad Gable's American Made?
American Made.
I don't know. That sounds very strong and white though. I'm all about the whiteness of it though.
I bet you Hogan introduces them in about 3 months. You know, WWE don't give a damn. They'll bring him back.
He said, "I am
He's still in the Hall of Fame.
American made." Oh no, they gonna stiff arm him until November 6th, as the day after the election, because he is talking. He's going in. I will say this though. What's the one video that went viral? I go, guys, that ain't nothing compared to what he said he was sitting on that bed. So y'all go ahead, man.
Look at the GOAT behind you. Him. He was supposed to play Hogan in the movie till he opened his damn mouth, and then they canceled the movie.
They were like, nope. They were like, nope.
Sit your old ass down. We knew we shouldn't have made your racist ass anything.
Oh my goodness, Charlene, appreciate you joining. Charlene goes, "You boys were mellow talking about AEW. Now you have the energy talking about WWE." No, I was just trying to bring. Listen,
I wanted to give some love.
I watched the whole damn show.
No, you got to watch the whole show, Charlene. No, I brought it down when I get dead ass serious. Like, if you people don't understand, like, I watch podcasts. People take like professional wrestling way too seriously. It's guys, it's a TV show. So when I bring it down, I'm bringing it down because I'm being serious about something, and that storyline stuff is very serious. You guys got to take that way more seriously. That's why the ratings are what they are, and I'm not a ratings guy because I don't give a shit because they ain't paying me nothing. But that's why they don't fluctuate, because you have to make people care. That if you ask a person, if someone goes, "The Wire is my favorite show," they'll tell you why. They won't say because of a series of events that happened. They'll be like, "That character, I rode with them. Like when I was watching Boardwalk Empire, like Chalky White's one of my favorite characters in history of TV. And like the great Michael K. Williams, God rest his soul, he's speaking of The Wire. Like, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, man, he's so compelling. Like, you know what I mean? So like, that's the only time I bring it down. We bring it down, we get dead ass. You know what I mean? I try to bring it down every now and again.
Look at Filibuster. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, he brought eyes to that company. They was getting $1 million when he was there,
because he was trying to do story. He was trying, bro. He listen. You know how I feel about old Filibuster Brooks trying to.
He brought him.
You want to talk about propaganda? Over here, trying to act like he. Now, why he act like he over here Mahatma Gandhi all of a sudden? I go, wait a minute. What is all of this bullshit? This is the biggest propaganda. They're like, he's the most misunderstood.
Doing him a favor though.
Like, no, I'm not even talking about AEW. I'm talking about like just him in general. Cam, everyone's like, oh, such a consummate professional. I go, what the fuck?
But that's leading into my point, because Tony Khan kind of took a shot at him at the press conference. It's kind of like,
the one thing when he said
like,
when he said it's much better than
it was
last year.
So much better this year. And I understand it probably is, and he's not wrong, and he wasn't malicious. But again, it was a shot that did not need to be taken, and you're talking about an individual who isn't there, and you're reflecting on something bad that didn't need to be reflected on, because you just had a hell of a show that crushed the show last year. So you should have been talking about that. Although I get it, you're being nostalgic. It's so much better this year. Sometimes you got to focus on the prize and leave the past in the past, because they ain't thinking about your ass. He ain't thinking about you in WWE.
I can assure you he's not. I can assure you he's not.
So quit thinking about him and focus on what you have, because you're building something. Don't drop the ball or the baton, whatever symbol you want to use. Don't drop that shit, because you have an opportunity up until the Royal Rumble, because War Games is what it is. You got an opportunity up until the Royal Rumble to really put your pedal to the metal. We're gonna see, especially with this Ricochet acquisition, and he got to keep his name, which is dope.
I was very happy that he was able to acquire that.
I was ecstatic. I like his music too, bro. I didn't say I love it. I like it. I really love LA Knight's new music, though.
It's smooth.
That's a thing.
Listen, y'all, appreciate y'all for joining us.
Everybody hate Roman Reigns music. That shit is trash.
I hate that you hate it.
I'm not gonna say no. I told you, I'm gonna let it go. Even though they ruined the slow bop anthem, I'm gonna let it go.
Can't even slow bop to that trash.
No, I dare you, Chef. Play the song and slow bop to it so you get off here. Get your ass up and see if you can slow bop to the bed with this track.
You can. If you smooth enough, you can make it work.
Listen, my blackness will not let me do anything but slow bop. It's all good. Appreciate y'all joining us, man. Charlene, did you like Birdie making way into the ring of Daniel Bryan? Oh, I'm always about, anytime all jokes aside, when someone's able to celebrate with their children or people that they love in a ring in a moment that they're having, that really means a lot to them. I'm all for that, you know. And it's never anything personal when it comes to stuff like that. So hell yeah, I like that. Because Birdie's all big now. She's all big.
Hey, it was funny. David was like, "Hey man, Evan told me to take my ass to bed." He didn't say ass, he said butt. I'm like, man, if you don't shut up.
I might have said take your ass to bed. Take your ass
to
bed.
You did. Take your ass to bed. You did. No, but he didn't. He didn't. I was like, yeah, you should have took your ass to bed.
You should have took your ass to bed. Oh, deep
ass
voice.
Did you go to bed?
Oh, deep voice having ass.
He was talking about my voice. God dang.
I'm tired of all light-skinned black dudes. I'm sick. I'm boycotting every light-skinned black dude for 72 hours. I'm done.
David Craig. Who else?
Yeah, Craig David.
It's Craig David.
The brother from Jamiroquai. Who else?
Shamar Moore.
Rudy Gobert.
Boris Cujo.
Yeah, Boris Kojo.
We claim them too. Yeah.
Ice-T, that one pains me, but Ice-T, you can get it too.
Ice Cube, light skin too. What you mean, bro?
I don't know. I think I want to claim Ice Cube. I think I want him though. I think I want him a part of it.
Hey, Chef light skin when he wants something.
Yo, he real talk though. He real talk. Turncoat.
When I need,
turn the tables on you.
Yeah, when it's time to do that yearly review and I need a raise, I'm definitely light skinned.
Oh yeah, Kim got it. Yeah, she's like, yo, Shay Jr. Yeah, you can get it too. Baby Cube, you can get it. Little baby Ice Cube can get it.
Definitely cut the country out for me. Definitely.
Yo, y'all enjoy Bash at Berlin, man. It's a glorified house show, but I'm just still hoping for a double Drew McIntyre 2 in a row. That's what I'm hoping for. Ain't gonna happen.
I think that's gonna happen.
I will cry tears of joy. Yo, we out, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.